Did you know that in 2016 and 2017, the Canadian public paid $125,000 to cover the cost of having journalists follow around the Prime Minister? Well, the Canadian public did, and I have the documents to prove it. It was just discovered, or rather publicized, that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Mr. Climate Emergency himself, has been using not one but two airplanes out on the campaign trail. The second plane is apparently for cargo, according to the Liberals, or as Andrew Scheer puts it, costumes and canoes. However, this practice of using two planes to travel around the country or across the same city, as is the case with Montreal, well, it's been far from a well-kept secret in media circles. You see, the journalists traveling with the Liberals on the campaign have known about the extra plane since the 2015 campaign, when Justin Trudeau traveled with two planes back then too. The journalists just never bothered to publicize Justin Trudeau's hypocrisy, lest they no longer be given bailout money, exclusive access to the Liberals, or accreditation to cover Liberal campaign events. But there's also another treat that the Canadian media gets if they keep their mouths shut about Justin Trudeau and his many, many scandals. That treat is luxury trips funded by the taxpayer to go to international meetings with the Prime Minister. Now, the incident I'm talking about today is Davos, Switzerland, and specifically 2017. You see, we have nearly 800 documents related to the planning of Justin Trudeau's canceled trip to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland from 2017. Trudeau canceled the trip in the wake of the ethics report into his illegal luxury holiday on the Aga Khan's private island. Trudeau opted instead for a cross-country town hall reputational restoration tour that didn't work.
We need to get off of fossil fuels as a dependency we have. We need to move beyond fossil fuels. But
Now, as I was going through these documents, there was something on page 160 that piqued my interest. Here's the email from one government bureaucrat to another. Hi, Martine. I will need additional media funds. I'm down to $3,500, and we have the Davos visit in January. Last year's costs were $102,000, so I may need an additional $125,000. That is, if we do not add visits. Media funds, $125,000 for this year, up from $102,000 the year before. What the heck is this all about? Well, we only have to roll ahead 3 pages to page 163 to get confirmation of what I suspect is happening here. This is the official request to the Privy Council office for more money. This is to request your assistance in transferring an advance of funds to cover the cost of the media who accompany the Prime Minister when traveling abroad. Based on upcoming and planned visits by the Prime Minister, we estimate these expenditures should be approximately $125,000 for the fiscal year 2016-2017. Did you know we, the taxpayer, were paying for all those mainstream media journalists to follow the Prime Minister around like a puppy and then not ask him any questions about any of his many, many, many scandals? I didn't, and I work in media. But we just pay our own way around here and go to places with the help and support of people like you at home. And all of it's on top of the CBC's $1 billion plus subsidy, and it will be on top of the $600 million media bailout to the mainstream media. They're having their travel subsidized by the Prime Minister's office, meaning you and I are paying for all of it. No wonder you didn't hear about that extra plane on the campaign. And no wonder when news of the extra plane finally broke, the journalists were asking Andrew Scheer if he was buying carbon offsets for his one little old plane. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. If you've been enjoying our independent coverage of this federal election campaign, go to campaign2019.com. There you can help donate to cover our costs. You see, we're not getting any money from Trudeau, and the Prime Minister's office sure as heck isn't covering our travel costs. And because of that, we can tell it like it is. Again, that's at campaign2019.com.